think I always sort of wanted to be a teacher in the back of my mind when I was growing up. When you'd always hear in school, what do you want to be? I always said a teacher. I think I partly said that because I always liked my teachers and I thought their job looked really fun. I graduated 8 years ago. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, so everyone was telling me, oh, just go to university, take classes anyways, then you'll figure out what you want to do. So I listened to everybody, all my family and friends, and I went to university. I did 2 years of arts and science, and as each term went on, I got less and less motivated and excited about school because I didn't have a goal. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I was just doing it to do it. It wasn't fun for me. All my friends were succeeding in what they were doing because they were doing what they wanted to do. And so I did the 2 years and then I stopped. I didn't go back for a third year. And then I started working full time and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this every day. What am I going to do for the rest of my life? I don't want to serve coffee every day. And so I started looking at other options. I started thinking of social work. I applied at SciS to be a youth care worker, and about a month before I was supposed to start, I changed my mind and I said, no, I don't want to try that. So I kept working full time, which was fine. I had a good steady job for a few years. And then one day, I don't even remember the moment it happened, but I thought of being a travel agent. And that really excited me for the first time in a long time. And I was like, yes, I have a dream, I have my goal. And so I was active about it. I knew a travel agent, so I went and I talked to her. I got advice from her on what I should do. She told me about an online course that I could take as opposed to taking classes in the city in a school. So I did that, I applied, and then I did my online courses. It was pretty easy. It was a lot cheaper than going to school, so it helps to do your research about these sort of things, about programs that you could take. And so I did that online. It probably took me longer than it should have because you have to have the motivation to really do it. But I finished it, and then I started applying for jobs. I went to a couple of interviews. I didn't get the job right away, but I knew that's what I thought I wanted to do. So I stuck with it, and then I got a job. I was like, yes, I finally got my career. I'm happy. I can be a grown-up now, and I was so excited. And then I got in my desk, and I was all excited, and then something changed, and I was like, oh no, this doesn't feel right. This isn't what I want to do. And that was a really hard decision. I did that for about 7 months, and then one day, my brother's a year older than me, and he decided to go back to school for a second degree for education. And one day we were sitting in a sushi restaurant downtown, very random, and we were talking about school. And it was then that we had a conversation. I was like, yeah, why don't I go back to school and education? I'm not happy. Getting this degree could open up so many doors. And so in that moment, I decided that's what I'm going to do. So again, I took the steps I needed to do. I went and I talked to a university advisor. What do I need to do? What classes do I need? What average do I need to get into education? And so I quit my job as a travel agent, which was really hard because I thought I was scared because didn't know maybe I wasn't making the right decision. But then I did summer classes and then a year of kinesiology, which was really good because that's something I was interested in. The arts and science classes I took, I didn't care about them, so I didn't do very well. But in kinesiology, it was something I was more passionate about, so I did well, and my grades showed that. And so then I applied for education, and that was a really scary time. I remember the moment I got my acceptance letter, and you feel like so relieved and proud of yourself that you did this and that you're following your own path. So many people told me when I was about to quit as a travel agent, they're like, really? You've only done it 7 months. Are you sure? Like, maybe you should stick it out longer. I was like, no, this is what I need to do. And so that's what I did. And then I got into education, and then I did a whole year of hard work. It's not necessarily hard work, but it's a lot of work. And then I took spring and summer classes, and now I'm finishing up internship, and I'll be done my degree in December. And I'm pretty excited. Don't settle. if you're not happy, you're never too old to try and do something new with your life. I mean, I'm in my late 20s, but I'm just starting my career now. Sometimes that's a little scary, but at the same time, I know I'll be happy with the rest of my years. Doing 2 years of school, it might be really scary, or 5 years of school, whatever you might decide to do, but it's so worth it in the end. Like the hard work, it's really not that bad when you're in it, and it's so worth it. My brother's in his 30s, he decided to go back. It's never too late, and he loves his life now. He loves what he's doing. He didn't settle for what he was doing. He went back to school as well. And also, just, I kind of said it earlier, don't listen to the people who are trying to put doubt in your mind. I was struggling with the decision to leave as a travel agent to go back to school. I had some doubters at the beginning, but then when I was confident with my decision, everyone else was on board. They supported me. So you kind of just have to follow your own path and do what you think you'll be happy with. So find that thing that you're passionate about. And like when I did my kinesiology classes, I chose to do that because I knew that was something I was interested in. So you just have to kind of find really what you're interested in, what you really like doing, and there's always something that you can try and do with that. And I was scared in high school, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But it's really not the end of the world if you don't know. I mean, once you get older, I'm not trying to say I'm like the wise one here, but when you're 20, that's so young still. 19, 20, 21, you have your whole life ahead of you. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do.